Okay, this is a quick little video, and it's basically showing you application of watercolor with use of plastic wrap. When you put watercolor on top of watercolor paper, it will float a little bit if you've got enough water for it to float on. And if you do that and you like put the red and the yellow down like that, and you put the plastic wrap on, the plastic wrap when in the little creases will allow the paint to flow. Now if you notice, the first application really didn't do as well. So I just added a little bit more red paint to the plastic itself and then just put it on top of the what was there and dried it very well. And that's the trick, is to dry it so it will stay. When you pull it up, it's there. And you see those little ridges. Now you can go in, I use the same plastic and I add a little bit of purple to it. And I applied it to the notebook, which is a soft paper, and it absorbs a lot faster. While that was drying, I just put the watercolor paper with the glue stick into my notebook, so I remember what that looks like when I put it on with plastic on watercolor paper. Now on the one in the upper right corner of my notebook, that one is, I put the masking tape around it so that it will kind of contain, and when I take the masking tape off, it'll look a little bit neater. Now if you notice, when I just picked it up, it was kind of sparse. And that happens a lot of times when you do it in this method by stamping with the plastic. Now, the trick is, every time you do stamp, you need to let the first layer dry completely and before you do the second layer. Now you notice I started to paint on top of it. And when I put my paint in, it was a little bit of blue and purple and a little red. But I changed each corner a little bit. Each one is just a little bit different value. And now again, I dried it completely before I put yellow on. Now if I hadn't dried it completely, I would have probably had a little bit of mud in there. Now once I let it dry completely, before I took off the tape, I outlined it with a magic marker on the inside of the tape, and then pulled off the tape and marked it for what it was. And it made it look nice and neat, and it was a notation, something to refer back to when you are doing your watercolors. I hope you enjoy this. It's kind of fun, and it's not rocket science again.